Hi, and welcome back. Well, it's been a while since we did a video. We've been busy blogging our recipes. And as you know, we have many recipes on our YouTube channel. So in other words, we are going to be very busy blogging all those recipes. But we thought we'd take a little time off and do a new video for you. This next video, Cheese Babka. As most of you know, babkas are baked during the holiday season. But did you know they could be enjoyed any time of the year? Especially this cheese babka. So let's not waste any more time and let's get baking. For the cheese filling, we will need 1 pound, 453 grams of farmer cheese unsalted, 8 ounces, 227 grams of cream cheese, 3/4 cup, 171 grams of sugar, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. For the dough, we will need 4 cups, 612 grams of cake flour or all-purpose flour, 6 large eggs, 1 cup, 120 grams of confectioner's sugar, 1 teaspoon sea salt, 16 tablespoons, 226 grams of unsalted butter. The final 3 ingredients we will need: 2 packets of instant dry yeast, 1 cup of whole milk, warm, around 110 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. The first step in making cheese babka is to make the cheese filling. So here I have, in a medium-sized bowl, I've combined all the ingredients for the cheese filling using either a hand mixer or a wooden spoon. Mix all the ingredients until well blended and set aside. Well, the cheese filling is done. And now it's time to preheat the oven. We're going to set the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Babka is going to be baked for about 45 minutes or until golden brown. Now, this is also a good time to prepare your baking pans. We need to butter them. Now, you could use either a cake baking pan or, like in our case, we're going to be using 2 bread baking pans. Well, the cheese filling is done. Now we are ready to proof the yeast. So here I have milk. I've warmed the milk up to around 111 degrees. Now you could warm your milk on top of a stove or in a microwave oven. And then if you have one of these handy thermometers, you want to make sure that the temperature is just right, 110 to 115. Next, we're going to add the yeast, sugar, stir lightly, and then just let the yeast proof. And now we are ready to start making the dough. In the large bowl, we have combined the butter and sugar, and we have creamed them until smooth. Now we are ready to start adding the eggs. We're going to add few eggs at a time until they are all incorporated. So I finished adding the eggs. Next, I added the salt and started adding the flour. Now we're going first to add half of the flour, then we're going to add the proof yeast, and then the rest of the flour. So let's get going. Before we add the yeast, this is a good time to scrape the bowl. So we're going to lower the bowl, scrape the sides. You want to do that a couple times while you're making this, just to make sure that everything is nicely blended. So now let's add the yeast, and then we're going to blend some more. Well, this looks like it's it. And now we're going to turn the mixer back on. Okay, now we are ready to add the rest of the flour. So I'm going to add a couple spoonful, then I'm going to turn on the mixer to low and finish adding the flour. Well, the dough is done. I'm scraping the sides just like that. Now next, you're going to use either a dish towel or plastic wrap. We're going to cover the bowl. You're going to place the bowl in a draft-free area, and we're going to let this proof double in size. It's going to take about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Well, the dough has doubled in size. It looks perfect. So now we're going to take half of the dough and we're going to put it on a work area. So here I have is a nice large work area that's covered with flour, and I'm going to take half of the dough and just place it right on the work area. So here's our dough on a floured work area. Using a floured wooden spoon, we're going to start spreading this dough out. We're going to try to make around 12-inch by 12-inch square. And if you're wondering why we're going to do that, is because our pan, baking pan, is 12 inches wide. So if you're using a pan that's a different size, you want to adjust your square to that size. Ours happens to be 12 inches. So that's what we're going to be spreading this square, this dough to. And it's actually quite easy as long as your spoon is floured and your hands. Now you could use your hands, just make sure that they are really way flour. I just find that the spoon is working just as nice. There we go. See, it doesn't take that long. Okay, because once we do this, we're going to spread half of our cheese filling onto this dough, and then we're going to roll. This dough is so, oops, now if you get a little hole here, just like any dough, just spread it over. Perfect. There we are. I think we just about got it. Okay, so let's get the filling. And this cheese filling is so delicious. All right, so now we are ready to spread this delicious cheese filling. Now, as you notice, this is just plain cheese filling. If you want to add raisins, you could add some raisins. You could add some orange zest, whatever you would like. I do love just the plain vanilla cheese filling. Okay, let's make sure we also get this, because every bite counts. There we go. Okay, let me just wipe my hands here a little. All right, now you want to make sure you flour your hands for this next part, and starting at the furthest part away from you. Okay, now remember, the dough is very, very soft. You're going to start rolling it towards you, just like that. So use your hands and just roll right. Oh, I could almost taste this. Now remember, we are getting 2 of these babkas out of this one dough. And I probably didn't mention to you, but once you bake these, they freeze beautifully. So if you're thinking 2 is a lot, it's not. All right, perfect. Now I'm ready to put this in a baking pan. So here I have my rolled pastry or dough with the filling and my buttered pan. I'm placing it at the end here. Now, if you're really good and you got a big huge spatula, you could probably pick this up and just put it in, not a problem. What I like to do is I like to roll it up a little here, and while I'm holding this against my work area, I am just going roll this right in here, and there it goes. Spread the flour away and here. Perfect. Okay, and now just going to brush off some of that flour here. We're going to cover this up and let this rise again. So just like that. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll roll my second one, because remember, we're going to get 2 of these beautiful cheese babkas. Wow, don't they look great? One more step left. Here I have some egg white with a little water. Using a pastry brush, we're just going to brush these just like that, and then bake them in a preheated oven.